hello there. It's Tuesday morning, and I've got one more morning to go before the day I go home, so really it's got 2 days to go home. Anyway, this isn't an Alex Belfield rant, so a bit unusual, really. Anyway, it's dead calm here. The sea is silky smooth. I should really come the other way, so with the sun in my face, so you can see my handsome good looks. Anyway, so what I'm doing today is I'm experimenting with the camera settings, so we'll see how well this comes out. So I've set my color balance, I've set my white balance to native, and then I'm going to set the white balance in post. So basically what this native white balance means is that it's the color that comes off the sensor has nothing to, it's not being processed by GoPro at all. It's just the color that comes off the sensor, and of course then I'll adjust the white balance in back in my cabin. So, yeah, so probably a bit technical, but it's just an experiment to see what it's like, because on my little editing thing on my iPad, I can actually set the white balance. So we'll see. I'll have a good play. And of course, somebody else recommended that I set my maybe use a white balance of 5,000 Kelvin during the day, maybe 550, or sorry, 5,500 Kelvin during the day when it's a bit sunnier. Yeah, we had some good weather a couple of days ago, but this last 2 days in the morning has not been very good. So yeah, so I've had my breakfast. I've got my coffee waiting for me. It's a bit hot, so I've got a few minutes to come outside and talk to you lovely people. Yeah, so we've got the Queen's Jubilee coming up. So I would suggest that you go out and you have a street party and you celebrate. I quite like our Queen, not too fussed about Prince Charles, and I'm definitely not a fan of Prince Andrew, although he's gone out of the picture quite recently, which is a good thing. But yeah, well, I don't know how long Charles will be on the throne for, but quite looking forward to William and Kate. They seem quite nice people, really. But the other two, that Meghan, what's her name, and what's his face? Is it Harry? You know, Diana's son. Yeah, definitely not a fan of the wokeness that they have there. It's they've gone far too woke, and of course when Diana's son, what's his name, comes back, pretending to be part of the royal family after he's left, or I'd say after Meghan, what's her face, has kicked him out. Yeah, I think there'll be a divorce soon there as well. But anyway, that's not why you called, is it? I'll come out here to talk about the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. So yeah, go out and enjoy yourself. This will probably be the last time that you can have a bit of a knees up, if you know what I mean. Have some luxury sandwiches with the crust cut off, and a glass of pink champagne, and a nice cup of tea, Earl Grey, of course, with a slice of lemon, in a fine china cup. Yeah, that's what I like. A nice cup of tea in a fine china cup with cucumber sandwiches. Because what's happening round the corner is food prices are set to rocket. I was watching some article the other day, and the rate of inflation, the real rate of inflation of food is around about 16%. Now I've seen 100% increase in my electric and gas bill, which is set to go up again in October by another 50%. So instead of paying £100 a month for my gas and electric, I will be paying roughly in the region of about £300 a month for my gas and electric. And what with the petrol prices going up through the roof, I won't be filling up my car so much. Well, not that I fill my car up very much anyway. I do about 400 miles a year. Yeah, things are going to get tight. And of course, most of us, if you're like me, most of us are on the bones of our arses here with after COVID being, well, I wasn't furloughed. In fact, I got no money from the government whatsoever while I was off work for those many months. And of course I did the wrong thing. When I was off work, I lived off my savings, which was a wrong thing to do. What I should have done was gone and made a claim. And that way my national insurance contributions would have stayed up, so this time when I was off work I would have been paid some money. But because I did what I thought was the right thing and not scrounge off the government said no, that's the wrong thing to do. You have to scrounge. So I learnt my lesson there. Anyway, so have fun this coming weekend. I'm going home on Thursday, which is a bank holiday weekend, and I think the 2nd of June, 1st of June is a bank holiday, is it? And the 2nd of June, or is it the 2nd and 3rd of June? Anyway, I don't know. I have to look at my calendar, find out. I predict that things are going to get tight. The company that I'm working for has just had pay negotiations, and they managed to get a 3.5% pay rise, which is not a lot of money really, when you consider that prices are going up by 16% in the shop. So technically it's a 13% pay cut for those staff that are working here, and of course I'm on the same wages now as they are, and I don't know whether I'll get the pay rise or not. But it's a bit of good news and bad news really, a bit of sweet news, as they might say. The guy, the chief engineer that was on here, who was hit by a car driver, is making some recovery, but the guy that stepped up to his position, he will be offered a permanent job, and I will be filling his shoes now, so I might be offered a permanent job. When this temporary contract is finished, I might be getting a permanent contract. So yeah, it's a bittersweet moment for the guy who was hit off his bicycle by a car driver. He obviously suffered some kind of head injuries. The guy is just about speaking now after 3 months of hospitalisation, and he's taken a few steps, so he's on the way to recovery. But I really don't think at his age, he's 64 apparently, at his age I don't really think he's going to make a recovery, which is rather sad that anyone has to go through that. But on the good side, rather me that gets a job than somebody else. And obviously the guy that was second engineer here, he'll get his permanent job as chief, which will do him good as well, because he's not a young chap either. So yeah, so we'll see how long this job lasts. Hopefully this job will last until either I have to revalidate my certificates in 4 years' time, or I decide to retire. To be quite honest, I don't want to revalidate my tickets. It's pointless. It's just so tedious and tiring. Anyway, so that's a bit of Tuesday's blog done. I shall go and see if the native White balance is any good. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, it's a cloudy day, but the sun is warm on my face. Even through the clouds, it's quite warm. But in the shade, as I walked around the corner, it was a bit chilly until I got into this little sunspot here. This is on my deck where I live. Yeah. No, I can't think of anything else to talk to you today about. Is I wish you all well in the future. Obviously, with these upcoming price increases, I just really hope that our bosses can really think about giving us a decent pay rise. It's got to be 20% pay rise to cover all the bills. You know, so 3% pay rise when things are going up by 16 is not cutting it, is it? Anyway, I've digressed again. I've rabbited on for a good few minutes, so I'm going to go and grab my coffee, and while this is downloading, I'll sort of brush my teeth and I'll sort this out at lunchtime. Okay, see you later. Bye then. Dead flat. Look at that. How flat is that? I have seen it flatter across the Pacific and across the Indian Ocean. I've seen it dead flat, not a ripple, not even a swell. Anyway, right, going in. See ya. Bye again.